the sea, man. You know it wasn't like no airplanes or nothing. They was, man, coming together, separating, coming together. They were just showing out, you know.
Over there in Oakland?
Yep.
I think I seen it too. I was over there in Oakland yesterday.
Yep, it's a spirit.
Yeah. See, man. Well, in this society, if you see a so-called UFO, you're deemed as a crazy person.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna look at you, oh, you superstitious. You believe in aliens.
Good,
you know?
good.
Because they have Esau's interpretation of those things.
Yep.
Yet we know the correct interpretation is that they're the chariots of Israel.
Yep.
All right, and there's big millionated men in those chariots. Okay. All right, our brethren. Okay, when you go into it, those are our actual brethren that protect us. All right, if we're in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai.
Yeah, see, the Esau, he'll try to see. He'll do them fear tactics, man. He's like, yeah, they're coming back to destroy America and enslave us. No, they coming back to destroy you devils, man. To enslave you. You know, to take you out of rulership. Yeah, that's the mind game that he play on you simple ass people and you jakes, you know.
I gotta preach that for you. This Zechariah chapter 5 verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roe. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roe. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Yeah, that's right. He's seen a chariot, man. A huge one, may I add. All right, and what is Yahweh Shai returning on? The fathership, all right? Every eye shall see, like it says in Revelation 1 and 7. Okay, it's not going to be a speculation. Oh, is that a chariot? No, you're going to know it's a chariot, man. And you people are going to fear. He shows you that in that movie, no, the other one. Escapes me. Yeah. War of the Worlds. People were tripping out, man. All in all, like some bug outs. Until that judgment started coming down, and they started scattering like roaches, man, and getting put to death. This is the curse, man. It's the curse unto you wicked ass people, man. It's a blessing unto us. You know, like the apostles will go into how Jake was in slavery. You say they had that slave song, "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot," coming forth to bring me home.
That's right.
That ain't seem like a curse. They taking it as a curse to me. Oh, don't. No, there's no chariots. All right. They understood back then that those were the chariots of the Heavenly Father, man. All right. And Esau understand that what this is a curse to him and his demise, and that's why he's preparing to make war with Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. All right, that's why they got the whole space Star Wars program. That's why they're preparing their military might, so-called superhumans and all that BS, man. Like the brother referred to it, Independence Day. That movie depicts. They got it straight from the scriptures, man. Yep. All right, and it's gonna actually manifest and play out, man. All right.
And as of recent, they're sending a whole bunch of more satellites out there. Like right now, the illegitimate state of Israel, they sent a satellite to the moon and it crashed.
Yeah, seen that.
I was gonna say Esau, he's not putting all that money. He's not putting all that money in those spacecrafts and the space military for no reason. You know, they're actually gonna try to fight our Lord and Savior when He comes back.
Yeah, they see the chariots, they see the signs in the sky. They got the satellites, they got the cameras, and then what? They try to sweep it under the rug. They put it as disinfo, classified information, just so you people don't bug out, man. They got words.
It says, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it.
That's right, that's right. So you people are going to get a total judgment, totally put to death, all right?
It's everyone that stealeth.
Yeah.
Who's the main thief?
It's Esau.
These chairs are going to enter into the house of the thief. The house of the thief, Babylon the Great, man. All right, because we're still found in Esau's possession now. You get that he that stealeth a man and sell him and sell them. I believe that's Exodus 21, 16. Let me see.
Which Jake looking for?
He that stealeth a man and sell him.
I believe it is 21.
21?
21:16.
Yep. Matter of fact, I'll read it. It's Exodus 21 and 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. All right, so that's how the Lord's going to take back his inheritance. That's how the Lord's going to take back his possession, his people. All right, yeah, 2/3 of our people are going to get put down. Ultimately, they're going to come back through the elect, you know what I mean, in the kingdom of heaven. But see, this is how the Lord is going to redeem his precious jewels, man. All right, through those chariots and those plagues at the same time.
I
Yep.
got a quick precept. It's Isaiah. Isaiah. Yeah, Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Yep.
For by fire.
Can you start from the top, bro, for sure?
This is Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Yeah, that's right, because the Lord is returning with the chariots, with the innumerable hosts of angels. All right, and it's about to be all-out war. The Lord is about to open up the floodgates on you Edomites. All right, and you people down here, man. All right, go ahead, via the chariots. All right.
To render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Yeah, because contrary to popular belief, the Lord is angry as hell at this place, man. Yep. Like the scriptures say, the Lord is angry with the wicked, I believe, every day. Yep. But yet the Lord is subject unto prophecy, that long suffering, that patience, letting the prophecies play out. But guess what? That anger ain't going nowhere. The Lord is about to execute judgment, big time. All right, righteous indignation.
It says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
That's right. Many, all right. Whatchamacallit, the Lord is coming with those chariots and the missiles, man. Two forms of judgment, okay? And it's going to completely consume, the missiles are going to completely consume all of America and you people that's in it. It says all the elements. You people are made up of elements, all right? So there's going to be a great slaughter via the missiles and the chariots. Yahweh Shai coming back to get busy, man. He's ready to go. He's sitting at the right hand of Yahweh Shai, meditating on. It's like he's sitting on the right hand of Yahweh, meditating terror and vengeance, man. All right.
Yeah, this is Isaiah chapter 63, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
Yep. It's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Go ahead,
I that speak in righteousness mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat.
That's right, man, because that's all that blood. The Lord is going to get his hands bloody with the blood of the wicked. All right. You 2/3. Okay, because you got to remember, you gave the Lord up. What do you say? Let our blood be upon us and our children.
Free Barabbas.
Yeah. Oh man. Free a nigga, man. Hey, you gotta answer for that. All right.
Hey, they rather Nipsey Russell. What's his nigga name? Nipsey Hussle. They rather him than us. You know, like if he could lead the whole nation into whatever he was into, entrepreneurship within the so-called white man system, that's cool. But we the problem telling niggas they gonna have the whole earth. Yeah. You know, they'll kill us and that nigga, they'll raise him back up. You know, that nigga put out 8 more CDs or some shit and we'll be all dead. That's what niggas want, man. Confusion, man. But that scripture that the brother just read, it says, read that again, real quick.
Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Who is this that cometh from Edom? Why is Esau always, you see how the Lord, he secretly threw Esau in there for us to be raised up in these latter days to sort of put everything together through the Spirit, man, because we didn't know what the hell I was talking about. The people in the church don't know what that's talking about, but this is talking about the end of the world, man. The end of this world. Who is this that coming from Edom? Keep going.
It says, who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
Mighty to save, salvation. So Esau's the end of the world, man. So that's right there letting you know Esau's still here, man. This nigga, he wasn't done away in the Roman Jewish wars. His ass is right up the street riding a bike right now. He's still here on the earth to this day, man. You got it, brother. You got it, brother.
It says, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me.
Yo, cause what did the Lord tell Peter? He said, if this is my kingdom, my servants will fight. The Lord is about to return and establish his kingdom, man.
Right.
And he's establishing through what? Through war.
Right.
You know?
It says, and of the people there was none with me.
Hey, brother, can I say something? Which actually us doing this right now is a form of war.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
You know, we're actually breaking down strongholds. You know, we're fighting this man in the spirit,
Okay.
which this is the reason why he's so you know, up in arms, because he can't counteract this.
Yep.
You can't counteract the truth with more lies, because the truth is going to just crush all the lies. So what does he have to do? He's going to become his carnal man that he is, and he's going to use his blessing to come in. Okay, Revelation 12:12. He's going to come in, and he's going to come in physically, because he can't battle us, so to speak, in the word or by truth, because he is a man of lies. Well, Babylon was established on lies.
Yep.
You know, this place was established on lies, on witchcraft, on blood. So right now what we're doing is an actual act of war. This is why the Lord said he has called his men into an army. He referenced this as like a spiritual army,
Right.
you know, a spiritual battle, because we're actually going against Esau and his left-handed priesthood, his brotherhood, on the right-hand side.
Okay.
You know, so what we're doing is very important, you know, for us to speak, you know.
Right, I got a precept. This is 2 Maccabees 15:21. Maccabees, seeing the coming of the multitude in the diverse preparations of armor and of the fierceness of the beast, stretched out his hands towards heaven and called upon the Lord that worketh wonders, knowing that the victory cometh not by arms, but even as it seemeth good to him, he giveth it to such as are worthy.
Yeah, this doesn't come by actual, you know, military might.
Yep.
The sword, you know, it doesn't come. The battle is not won by that. The battle was won through Yahweh Shemal Shai, whoever he has deemed to win the battle. All right, so Esau, he gloried in his his weaponry. Well, that's what actually made him proud.
Yeah. So,
What made him proud was he able to beat down all the nations.
Yep.
The sword.
Yep.
Right? So now that he went around and he conquered all the nations and beat them down, now he's falling down, and he's not falling down by the sword. What he is the spiritual sword.
Yep.
Okay, if you get that in Hebrews the 4th chapter. This is you already got it?
No, I
you got a precept?
Okay.
He's going down by a spiritual sword, by the mouthpiece of Yahweh Shemal Shai, which is his prophets. Because now that the word has gone out, now what's happening? Now people are starting to consider, oh, this guy, he has to be Edomite then.
It's the devil.
Yeah.
This guy's the devil.
Yeah.
If you didn't believe it was the devil, well, the Most High is giving you so many examples that you have to be like, damn, this dude's the devil. I have to.
Yeah.
He is Edom. You know.
You have to be an anti-Messiah not to see that this man is a devil. You know?
Ecclesiastes 9:11. It says, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift.
Yeah, the race is not to the swift. Yeah, this is not a 100-yard dash. You know, because we don't know the exact amount of time that the Heavenly Father has us down here. We know around a time period, according to prophecies. That's how we can kind of gauge it. Go ahead.
Nor the battle to the strong.
Yeah, nor the battle to the strong. It's not a fight of how big you are or how good you are in the ring. Oh, your jab, his jab, he got the best jab on the West Coast. Or he you know, the best check hook. Or he can lift the most amount of weight. He's the strong man contest. It's not about the strong man. Okay?
Which Esau, he's that strong man. It tells you in Jeremiah the 49th chapter that thy terribleness hath deceived thee. Which thy terribleness is talking about his military might, man.
Yep.
So he actually believes that that's going to get him out of any situation that he gets in. Any nation that comes up against him, my military is going to be able to destroy him. What we reading right here, it says that the battle is not given to the strong. You know? And then the elder brought out earlier that the Most High, basically, he's in control of these battles, man. If you have him on your side, then you're going to win.
Yeah.
If he ain't on your side, then you're going to lose. But the red Hebrew Edomite, he don't understand that. He's a carnal man, you know?
Right.
That's the reason why this nigga's building his arms up.
Yep, I got one. Amos chapter 3, chapter 2, and 14. Therefore, this is Amos 2 and 14. Therefore, the flight shall perish from the swift, and the strong shall not strengthen his force, neither shall the mighty deliver himself, neither shall he stand that handleth the bow, and he that is swift to foot shall not deliver himself. neither shall he that rideth the horse deliver himself. And he that is courageous among the mighty shall flee away naked in that day, saith the Lord.
Yeah, because the power of Yahweh Shema Shai is too strong for you. And you have to consider Esau was actually set up by the Most High. All right, so you trying to actually come up against them, you're gonna fall miserably. Right? You can't fight Esau with the sword.
Yep.
Okay? And Esau can't fight the truth with a sword. He can't actually fight it with a sword. You can't fight down the faith.
Right.
Or you can't kill faith.
Right, you can't attack a spiritual temple. Like, how do you do it? And that's what Esau, that's what Jake don't understand. This being the way that we coming, being non-violent is the biggest threat to so-called white supremacy. Right. It's his biggest fear. Because he know we have a spirit in us that was given to us by the Creator that was created to overcome him. The only way we're going to overcome Esau's prophecy. It's not by anything of this world. You got Israelite camps saying tap into Esau's blessing. No, we need to tap into our blessing.
Right.
You know, you do your thing. Whatever you do, you want to go to a shooting range. That's your goddamn business, man. As long as your gun is registered, all right. You don't have to walk around with no hot pistol. But we don't teach that shit, man. Me personally, I don't like guns. I don't deal with it. But if you have a brother who got hey, that's his business. But you go to the goddamn shooting range on your own, man. You don't load that shit up because Israel ain't wrapped too tight, man. And I'm talking about people who know that they're really weirdos, man. So they're looking for any situation to just go out here and these niggas are flashing these guns and you gonna lose that battle. There's no way you gonna win that battle, man. That nigga was given the blessing of the sword from Cain. Cain's family line was the first family that dealt in what? Building pointed daggers, instruments. So what do you think you're not going to win that battle? The battle that Esau can't win is a spiritual, but that's why he has to present us to the world as carnal, because spiritually he knows it's really nothing he can do. You know.
Well, you consider Cain's name a weapon. So that was symbolize Esau in its entirety. Esau is an actual weapon on the planet Earth to destroy things. He was actually created to destroy on the left-hand side, right? Which he's going to be destroyed on the by the right hand of the Most High. Okay, he's the left hand of the Most High. The Most High, he's the left hand of Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai is the right hand. And the Lord is going to take his right hand to destroy his left hand, and set us up. Can you finish that? And then you get Isaiah 54 also in 17.
Ecclesiastes 9:11, I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding.
Yeah, because it really is the battle of the Lord. Okay, you can't glory. There's a scripture in Jeremiah where about talking about glorying in your might, the mighty man glorying, if somebody can find that.
Oh, yep, it is 9.
And yeah, it's 9, huh? Yeah, it's 9. Go out of Boksha.
Nor yet riches to men of understanding.
Oh, riches is not going to get you out of this thing. Okay.
Well, Mayweather gonna be through in that.
Oh, he through. He gonna be through.
We gonna be the end thing.
You know. You gonna be. You got all that money. Well, the chip is gonna come out. Paper money is gonna be done away with. Which, if you consider it, we're already in a cashless society. The majority. When you look at your bank account, you don't actually have physical money. Look at all the transactions. The majority of transactions in the United States, they're digital. So we're already in a cashless society. All Esau has to do is implement it, and say, all right, no more cash. It's done away with. He can do that at any given time. So you can't glory in your riches.
Right. Fractional reserve banking. You go to a bank and they say they got $1 million on the books, but really it's $100,000 in there, and the rest is just all fucking digital. And they're loaning that shit out. and with interest. So like the brother is saying, all right, we're basically already in a cashless society, man. Shit is just on a computer.
Okay. Nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happeneth to them all.
Yeah, that's Yahweh Shema Shai, because there's a appointed time to where a nation has to go down. And Esau, he's at that appointed time. We know that.
Job 20.
Job 20. Okay, we can get that also. Real quick, get Job 14. Job 14. Yeah,
because you just brought this out about how the left hand is going to be under the right hand. This is Psalms of Solomon 2 and 6. His left hand is under my head, and his right hand doth embrace me. And that's what's coming. The left hand was given, their allotted time to basically, and that's the hard thing about this whole thing of ours, because we in this flesh and we're bound to prophecy. It's nothing we can do. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord don't turn the times until the said measure is filled, and we're right up at that time where the left hand is about to go under the right, and the earth can be in peace finally. You know?
Yep. That's right. Yeah. Well, the Most High, he's balanced. He's fair. He gave Esau a time to rule. He gave him the rulership, and he also gave him the book. He also gave Esau the book to be able to rule the earth in righteousness, and Esau chose not to rule the earth in righteousness. So there's a particularly there's a the Most High, he has to come back and destroy you if you treat the earth bad. You know, it's like a like a virus in the body, you know, or something that's ill in the body. What happened? Your body is what they call it autoimmune. Auto means self. So basically, what happens is your body starts attacking itself. So that's what's happening with Esau. The earth is attacking Esau because it's a disease. So the earth is trying to get the disease out. He's
from the earth.
The Lord is quarantining this man. He's exposing him. Then he's quarantining them as the Edomites, and then he's going to destroy him. He's going to exterminate them. You got a precept?
Job 20:27 says, "The heavens shall reveal his iniquity."
That's one of my favorite scriptures. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity. Now, how is the heavens revealing his iniquity? What we're doing right now. Okay, all the lessons brothers are putting up. Okay, all the videos that are going out, all the edification that's going out, and then also you have Esau that's even coming against himself. Okay, you have whistleblowers that are coming out and telling you about how Esau really runs a society, about what they're doing over there in war in Iraq and Afghan war, how America was established. All these things are still documented and they're still on the books. Because Esau, he writes everything down. He didn't have it in his mind. Okay, a nigga gonna read a book. That's the last thing a nigga gonna do. What we gonna have him do? We gonna have him singing. We have him dancing, rapping,
playing football.
You know, we gonna have him in the hood. We gonna put fluoridated water in their water system to calcify the pineal gland. We gonna do any and everything to try to destroy them. The fact that they're the Israelites. And then we're going to put them in the worst educational system to totally indoctrinate them. So they don't even know how to learn anymore.
Right.
So Esau, he put you into them school systems to teach you how not to learn. Okay?
Because he knows who you are. So he's created a whole anti-Messiah system in which is against who you are. So you're learning to destroy yourself. And that's why Jake acts like this. And Esau thrives off of confusion amongst you, Jake. He makes sure there's nothing but confusion going on in the entertainment. All right, of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He makes sure that there's nothing but confusion in your music, because he's basically shaped your culture based on a bunch of bullshit that doesn't even exist. And then told you have a low IQ and he's just this great motherfucker.
Like the lesson that you did about Esau being the real person who started all that rap music. The culture that you niggas have is really a glorified Edomite culture. Because if Esau really would want to do that, but he ain't got the sauce. He ain't got a spirit to be, to make wickedness look good. Jake can make wickedness look good.
Esau look bad when he
like the dope.
So basically what you see niggas doing, that's really glorified Edomite culture. Because Esau, he loves guns.
He's a drug dealer.
He loves guns more than niggas. He loves selling drugs. He loves prostitution. All right, he loves all type of manner of eating abominable foods, beating women, And what is Jake? What he does, Esau like, okay, well I can't make it look cool, so I'm gonna fund him. I'm gonna give him some money, and niggas gonna take. You give a nigga an inch, he gonna take a mile, and he gonna make it look good. He gonna make it look fashionable, Jake gonna be dancing with it,
And then the whole world does that shit. Because everybody follows Jake.
Go ahead, brother.
Job 20:27. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him.
All earth is rising up against this man. All right, starting with the prophets, okay, rising up against him, rising up against Edom, telling you who Edom is, telling you that this society is crashing, right? And then you look at the animals are coming against them, okay? The earth itself is coming against them. The earth, the crops don't even yield their strength. You was gonna say something?
Well, they showed you that in that movie, The Happening. By M. Night Shyamalan. All the animals, they was rising up against the people on the earth, which that mainly represented Esau. They had it was construction workers. They was building a high rise. They was just like a spirit would hop on there and just jump off, and kill themselves, man. Oh, that movie Bird Box too.
I was about to say Bird Box.
I seen that shit.
All these movies that so-called nature or earth comes against humanity, really is talking about coming against Esau.
Right. Because why can't he just enjoy it? Yep. Here it is. You got all these trees, all these beaches, and you going around. You got trillions of dollars, bro. Not you don't got no bitches. You got little kids. Yeah. All right, popping little kids, doing orgies, drinking blood, and destroying every goddamn thing. You give me $1 million. I'ma chill the fuck out. This nigga got trillions of dollars, bro, and he can't stop. He won't stop and bust a nut. That's why he's not repopulating. Bust a nut, bro. Chill. Esau is not capable of chill. It's not in his spirit to chill, man. Bust a nut, man. Shit. Well, if there was a line, all right, and you would bust a nut or have a war, the line for busting a nut would be longer. But Esau would be all in the line to have a fucking war, man. God damn. He's bugged out, man.
Bugged out.
See, Esau, he can't. He doesn't find pleasure in those things. He doesn't find pleasure of just being fruitful or multiplying. He doesn't find pleasure of enjoying the Heavenly Father's creation. Why? Because he's cursed from the earth. Right. When he actually goes out into society, it's actually against him. Yeah. The air is against him. The sun is against him. The animals are against him. He doesn't have a connection with the planet Earth because he's opposite to the planet. He's an actual alien. The word alien means foreign. So he's an alien in a foreign land, and everything's coming up against him. Okay, like you watch these so-called sci-fi movies. Well, you'll go to a planet. They'll go to a planet, and it's very contentious. It's aggressive. They'll see a planet. The planet will attack you. You know, that's basically what's going on here in Babylon. And then that's what Esau, he aggressively kills things.
Well, this park is an example of that, man. He don't want the trees growing too much, so he wants to contain everything. Since everything's against him, I'm gonna control it. That's why he got zoos. He putting animals inside of the in captivity because he don't want them roaming free. So they put them to death. So I'm gonna lock him. I'm gonna control him. You know, everything's against me. Well, I'm gonna put everything in subjection.
Priest. Okay, you got something in whole Proverbs 4 too.
Sirach 10:10. The physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king tomorrow shall die.
Yeah, can you go up to 7?
Yes. Indubitably, my brother. It says, pride is hateful before the Most High and man.
Yeah, who's the most proud man on the planet Earth? Esau, of course.
Right. Of course.
He is the epitome of pride. Well, his symbol is the eagle. It tells you that in Obadiah. And the eagle, when you consider the eagle is the bird that flies above all birds. It's the highest flying bird. And the eagle, when you look at it, the eagle, it has a proud stature also. It has its neck in the air. It's big. You know, it has a proud stature. So that's Esau. You know.
And by both doth one commit iniquity.
And that's where iniquity starts. It's by that pride. Well, I think it tells you when you go further into the chapter. I think verse 9, if you keep going.
Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches.
Yeah, you can keep going. Yeah, you keep the bubble shot.
All right. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Yeah, and the kingdom is now being crossed over to one people to another. Okay, because not so many years ago we couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to stand up peacefully, by the way, and protest our power, and that you red heap Edomites are going down. All right, we'll be considered enemy combatants, which we are considered enemy combatants now. Yet the Most High, he has set up this government to actually allow us to do this. Not because Esau, niggas always say, you can speak here. You have freedom of speech. You got freedom in America. You couldn't go to the Middle East and do that. The white man, he gave you this. He gave you a job. No, the Most High did that. All right, the so-called white man, he doesn't have the authority to tell us what to do and what not to do if the Most High has not given that authority. So we have the authority to speak. Okay, the scriptures speak about touch not my prophets, do my service no, touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. You know, there's a particular season in time that was set up for the prophets to speak. And this was when the end of the days.
This is it.
This is from all the reincarnation up until now. We are waiting for this day where the prophets can have full reign to be able to speak. You know,
because we've been coming onto the earth, incarnation in and incarnation out, doing the same thing, getting ripped to pieces. People telling you to shut the, talking shit, and all sorts of things happening. And this is the time, like it says in Revelation 17, or I believe 11, it says the time that he should give his reward to his servants, the prophets. This is that time. So brothers should be, rejoicing.
That's right.
Finally, we get to,
finally at the end.
Yeah, and that's what all the prophets wanted to know in the end of the days. is when is this a time where you're going to restore the kingdom to Israel?
Right.
And then furthermore, all the prophets, they had a measure. They didn't quite understand the revelations that they were speaking in during that time. Now is the time what Habakkuk, the second chapter speaks, says, write it upon tables, make it plain upon tables, that he that readeth it may run, basically. So we have the full measure of all the understanding from the beginning and to the end. Yep. We know what happened in the beginning. We know what happened in the middle. Now we know exactly what's going to happen at the end too. Yep. Okay, the end is declared. Yep. Okay, the end is manifested. Right. Is there more on that? That's about it. What you have?
Proverbs 4?
Yeah, 4 and 16.
It's Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief.
They sleep not except they have done mischief. That's Esau. Yep. He can't do right. He literally can't sleep unless he has done something wicked. Yep. Unless he has caused Jake to go off, or seen vast amounts of animals extinct. He gets off on that. He gets off on killing animals. He gets off on killing Jake.
Bro, you know, he pays $100,000 to enter into contests to hunt these particular goats that are rare, and then he just kills it and then just takes a picture in front of the motherfucker and then hangs the. It's like, why? Why? Because he, like the scripture said, he won't stop unless he does something. A lot of these Edomites you see them when you walk in the city, they be drunk after they leave the bar, and they're looking for, they looking at you in your eye. They want sex, bro. They be looking for men, like, just looking for some women. Yeah, they do that. Down in Dallas, bro, they'll walk up to you like, what are you guys getting into? Damn. You be like, man, get away from here. You be coked up, drunk. Like they walk around the earth, man. They got all sorts of wickedness going on, little pedophile rings going on. Right. Houston is big for that. Everywhere you go, there's literally wickedness going on. It's in the midst.
Yeah, there's so-called black markets. There's markets. Markets within markets, so to speak. Yeah. You know, you got the deep web, and then you got the dark web. Yeah. You know, you got the service level. Yeah. You got service level wickedness, and then you got layers of wickedness on top of wickedness, which. The Most High, he didn't even allow us to see, man. We'll bug out. We see what Esau's doing.
They're gonna have to give us the spiritual power to see.
You got it, because you can't be. I seen some shit. You can't even like really behold it. It literally makes you sick. But the Most High, he's like actually seeing all this, and this is the reason why Esau's gonna be destroyed on top of a whole host of other different things. Because the things that he done to us in slavery, we don't even know about. Which Esau says only 10% of secrets are even revealed. Right. So if you consider that, 90% of this nigga's wickedness has not even been revealed yet.
And this, what we know is just like too much. Some days, some weeks, like some days that I'll see so many articles, I have to turn the. I don't even look no more.
Good.
Like on Life when they was reading all the letters. That movie Life, and they were reading all of the family letters, like area he died. After a while, they were like, I don't want to read it. Right. After a while, sometimes you see so much shit that Esau's doing, it fucks with your spirit. You have to, you can't overindulge in looking at that shit. Yep. You know.
Sure. Finish that. Read it again.
It's Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
So the elites, you will say, "Oh man, why don't you just go? You got children, get women, you got everything. You just enjoy life." Yeah. They literally can't do that, man. Esau, he can't do. He has to actually cause somebody to fall. He has to. He was created to do that. Yeah. He was actually created to bring mischief to the planet Earth, to destroy. He was actually created to destroy. So you got to understand. You got to have the mind of Yahweh Shemashah. You can't put your feelings into it. Because your feelings are telling you, oh, no, it's some good